Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weissett, licensed clinical social worker with Terrible Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. And every now and then we have the opportunity to bring something new, something in our community that makes a difference that other people have options for. As a social worker, I'm always looking for what's better as an option for people, and I always think if they get a chance to choose between one or the other, that's a good thing. I want to welcome to the program Mr. Tyler Pellegrin. He is going to be the head of school for Holy Trinity Academy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Appreciate you being here. Mr. Andrew Lemoine, a board of trustee for Holy Trinity Academy. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
So tell us a little bit about this idea, how Holy Trinity Academy came to be and the formation of that.
Sure. So first, the idea of classical education itself is ancient. It
Right.
has its origins in the Greek and ancient education styles. And a few years ago, a couple of guys got together and we're talking about the possibility of bringing this new option to the area.
Okay.
There currently is only one school like this in the state. And so one of the gentlemen, John Casey, our chairman, brought the idea to Bishop Fobb and sought his counsel to see what would it look like to bring a Catholic classical school to the Houma Thibodeau area. And so with Bishop Fobb's guidance, we are here today as Holy Trinity Academy. And in the process, we, of course, have big plans, big visions, and that includes great leadership.
Right.
And so in that process, we have brought on Mr. Tyler Pellegrin as our head of school.
Okay. And so, Tyler, just a little bit about your history and kind of the process of being able to say yes to this new opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. And so I did my graduate work in theology at Ave Maria University, a small Catholic university in Southwest Florida.
Right?
Just
with it.
a wonderful place and just very, very good formation in something like the classical traditional education model, Catholic classical traditional education model. And so we're just thrilled to be able to offer something like this to this area. I'm happy to be back. I was born and raised in Thibodaux, went to St. Genevieve and Edie White, and I have fond memories of all of it, you know. And I'm very grateful to be back and be able to offer something like Andrew mentioned. There's one other school in the state, John Paul the Great in Lafayette.
Okay.
It's a classical Catholic school, and it just took off. I mean, people wanted it, people loved it, families got involved quick, and we're happy to offer something similar here.
Well, and again, I love the fact that this is one of those things that was discussed, some leadership from Bishop Fobb, and his blessing. And I think people just need to know that, right? And so although this is something that's a little bit different, that it's not governed necessarily under the Diocese of Houma Thibodeau, it's with the blessing and leadership of.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, and so to that, right, we are not considered a diocesan school.
Okay.
However, we are in communion with the diocese, right? As we mentioned, we started with the blessing of Bishop Fobb, and we are currently working with our administrator, Father PJ, and the current superintendent. So we are an independent school, but we are in communion with the diocese.
Wow. It's kind of nice to have both, right? We talk all the time on the show about partnerships. Partnerships are really what make things happen and make them go. And being able to do that with the school system, with the superintendent, along with the diocese, and being independent and this traditional school, right? Can you explain that model just a little bit for us, if you don't mind?
I can.
Since you were well-trained in that?
Sure, and perhaps the best way to explain it is it's a pattern or a form of education. So like Andrew mentioned, it's an ancient style.
Right.
Sort of an ancient worldview that perhaps the subjects are more connected than we understand them to be today. Perhaps grammar and math and stories, literature, the art of speaking, the art of writing, all of it's just a little bit more tightly connected than the typical American education system sort of boasts today. And so the classical model sort of understands itself as offering a systematic worldview that just wants to understand the truth about reality as a whole and how sort of everything fits together, how all of the dots connect, as it were.
A little more holistic?
A little more holistic.
Okay.
Yep.
And just from my social work and psychology world, we would look at holistic as a word for that. And so based in some of the Catholic teachings and certainly based in some of those very Christian belief systems and how everything is connected.
Yep.
So let's talk about the excitement. The last couple of minutes of the show, let's talk about the excitement of this coming to fruition and this groundbreaking here on the 24th.
Yes, we're ready. It's rolling. You know, like I said, it's a few years ago that this project started, but
Okay.
we have a property. We are very blessed to have 40 acres in Schriever. We have buildings. We started breaking ground last week, and our ceremony is next week. And
Right.
we're opening fall of 23. We're ready and excited to get going.
Wow. So there's been a lot of work to this point. And so let's talk a little bit about the excitement of 40 acres in this school that's going to come to be that you get to be head of Holy Trinity.
It's true. So we have a massive master plan, and we're working with some not only gifted architects, but friends, holy friends, Steve Rome
Okay.
in New Orleans,
Right.
who are helping us with a 20-year master plan and how to build the campus. So we
20-year
have
master
plans to
plan.
use all 40 acres.
Not
and
necessarily in the fall of 23.
No.
But a
we're
master
very grateful
plan.
for all of it.
Wow,
Yep.
40 acres. That's fantastic.
And the plan's available. It's on our website. People can go and see this is what our current vision for the school looks like.
Share that website if you don't mind.
HolyTrinityAcademy.org.
Very simple. If you want to find out about Holy Trinity Academy, you go to holytrinityacademy.org. Well, gentlemen, I am very excited for the option that people have. Again, as a social worker, as I mentioned, love for people to have options. It's so very nice for them to be able to research this, go to your website, find out a little bit more about it. Congratulations on 40 acres of master plan and the fall of 2023. Thank you both for joining us today. We appreciate it very, very much. Good luck and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. And that will do it for us here in this particular segment of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more Bayou Time here on HTV.